Hello, my profane friends. Now, this come across my wall. I'll leave it there for you to read, okay? And when they pulled the carpets up, this is what they found. But you'll find this in lots and lots and lots and lots of thousands of homes that belong to Freemasons, yeah? But they tend to use chalk, charcoal, salt, things like that. Yeah, that's why it's always easy to mark, and erase the they do it on the carpet. Do you know what I mean? And then what they do, they can just hoover it up. Do you know what I mean? So this is the thing. But these marks, yeah, are on the outside of your houses. Yeah, not just on the internals. They're on the outside, and this is how they mark people. Yeah, make them V.O.M.I.Ts, victims of Masonic ill treatment. Yeah, or targeted individuals. Yeah, this is how they do it. I'm going to show you a clip in a minute, but this is what it is, and I posted about this many times before. Yeah, that this clip here. Yeah, this is what they do to the outside of the house. So when they target you, yeah, they put a hex on your house. Do you know what I mean? And then it tell other brothers or sisters, yeah, that you're a target in a certain way, depending on your level of targeting. Yeah, like listen to this guy here. He goes on about it. He calls it docs. Yeah, this is where I posted about it before. Look. Yeah, found this symbol under my doormat, and I have no idea what it means. Yeah, and as you can see, if I click on it, this is a post I did ages ago, but this is what they do. They mark you and your properties, yeah. So when another Freemason turn up, like a salesman or something like that, that tells them a good idea of the person that lives within that house. Do you know what I mean? And this is what they do. Here's the post here. I will leave a link, but my links don't tend to work on Facebook. Do you know what I mean? So I'll leave that there. You can read that. Okay, because it is like about targeting. So you can read it at least what I've put, and then there's the links I put in, to different forget me not, baby. It's a Masonic war. Forgot about the Masonic. I did the bloody, but that's what that is there. Do you know what I mean? So I'll post a link to that. Whether that'll work or not, I don't know. But like I said, I'll try. But this is the guy here. Listen to this guy, what he says, yeah, about the masks. Why, they're protesting for the Gaza camps, yeah. Again, it's all about good and bad, but the people that control all of this and makes people do all this sort of stuff, yeah, are the Freemasons, and they're just manipulating it within your towns and your cities, yeah. All of this, yeah, because it keeps you looking away from what's actually going on. Do you know what I mean? Within your own town, within your own city. And of course, they're manipulating this situation anyway, because it keeps all eyes away from what's going on within your towns and cities. But he'll tell you now, he call it docs, yeah. But it's not docs, it's where they target you, yeah, within your town and within your city. They know exactly who you are and who you ain't, you know what I mean? Because they're one particular army. And like I said, they're messaging, with their fingers or their feet or their eyes, you know what I mean? And they're telling each other, do you know what I mean? And obviously they as you know, like in the Masonic lodges, they're all empathizing with each other, drinking well, eating good, you know what I mean? They're one society and nation of people away from us. And so long as we keep divided and conquered, they don't give a shit, do you know what I mean? And that's what it is. It's just Freemasons against the profane people, except that the profane people are the slaves and the Freemasons are your dominant force that have got a jackboot on the back of your neck. But listen to this guy here, he tells you.
Right, and I mean, you just had a talk about prevent strategy, and obviously you're wearing a mask. I mean, people have made parallels with the 1960s protest movement there, of students in this country, in America, but they weren't in that situation.
Again, yeah, where he's just referred to this, and I don't really go, again, this is history repeating itself, yeah? Do you know what I mean? This is the same thing as what went on with the Vietnam War, and all of that malarkey, you know what I mean, to protest and students getting out, do you know what I mean, trying to stop the war. What happened, there's a big, massive protest about the Iraq war, wasn't there, yeah, from all around the world. What happened? Tony Blair still went in and went to war, do you know what I mean, yeah? And that's what it's about. It doesn't matter how much protesting you do, they don't give a shit. They're going to do whatever they want, yeah, because you're a nothing and you're a nobody. They control it. You control nothing. They ain't listening to you. You're profane people. Do you see what I mean? So you can protest. You've been protesting outside their castles for decades and centuries. The taxes are too high. You know what I mean? When they were stealing your pigs and your chickens, the people in your past, were doing all of that. When William Wallace rose up, do you know what I mean? When Boadicea rose up, do you see what I mean? When Spartacus rose up, do you see what I mean? It's been going on centuries and decades, do you know what I mean? And they keep that going, that same thing. It's just history repeating itself over and over again. Them saying, so long as they keep that same sort of timeline going, yeah, and keep that going, yeah, people don't realise it. The next generation of people in 20 years, when they do it again, they'll go, oh, this went on in 1960s, this went on in 2024. Do you see what I mean? And it's just the same history. But the people what are now standing today, like this geezer here, he's thinking it's all new and fresh. It's not. It's an old game they played for centuries and decades to keep people divided and conquered over different things. Do you know what I mean? And keep people looking outward. Do you know what I mean? And that's basically what it is. Anyway, listen to what he says. He calls it docs. It's not docs. It's just that you become a victim within your town, within your city, by Freemasons, yeah? And they target you and they put a mark on your house or target your, whatever that may be, so you can't get a business, or you get nowhere, basically. Here, listen.
Where they had to disguise who they were and all that stuff. I mean, it's pretty terrifying for people that who just want to express their opinion and stuff. What's your views on the repression and censorship that you've got here?
Yeah, it's insane, there has been a massive increase in the level of repression, people being doxxed, less so on this campus but on other campuses in the UK, and particularly in America. There was always the fear of being doxxed.
Can you explain what dox means? Sorry, people might not know.
Yeah, of course. So doxing is when someone's identity is basically unveiled and projected into the world with the attempt of trying to reduce the ability for them to get a job or have housing or whatever. So it really reduces their material conditions. But yeah, there's been a massive rise in Islamophobia, anti-Palestinian racism, and it's not surprised that protesters want to wear masks when these are the realities. People are securitized, they're worried about their safety, people are being attacked, they're being doxxed, and we're just trying to stay safe as possible. But we're obviously trying to open up the space, as many people who want to come as possible, because we realize only a mass movement is going to topple our institution's complicity with genocide.
And do you have support from the university staff? Is it just students or is it more general?
No, the staff have always been great. Staff are the backbone of our movement. They have a permanence in the space that students don't. They're always here to support us. And we really appreciate staff. They're always doing the most for us, making sure that we have all the things we need, food, water, and delivering amazing teach-outs and invigorating us as well, quite frankly. So yeah, we really appreciate our staff here.
And you mentioned obviously a bit earlier about the other universities and colleges that are protesting in different ways or have in the past few months. Is there a link going on between Warwick and other universities? Can you imagine the same sort of thing as happening in the United States?
I think we're in different contexts. I think there is national coordination in the UK, and students are rallying all over the country and have been rallying all over the country, escalating to try and get divestment from companies and.
Right, that's again, yeah, you got to remember these students, right? They're sorority and they're already being integrated into a club, yeah, that is like a secret society anyway. So is this man here, yeah, obviously he's English, protesting, wherever, is he part of the, getting paid for this? Do you know what I mean? I'm just saying, open your mind to it. Do you know what I mean? Is he being paid to do this because it distracts you away from what runs your town, what runs your city, and what is your world? Do you know what I mean? Your world is not the Gaza or anything like that. It should, obviously we need to go in and help people that are being suppressed and all the rest of it, yeah. But we're being suppressed in our own towns, within our own cities. Do you see what I mean? And within our own countries. Do you know what I mean? But they keep us distracted away. You know, like I said, our worlds, yeah, are our towns, yeah, and our worlds are our cities, yeah. Do you know what I mean? And if they're being run by corrupt people on an agenda, do you know what I mean? Then we've got to do something about it and focus on that. Because once you start saying no more, enough is enough, and taking the control away from the people at the top, they can't control that town or city anymore, can they? Do you see what I mean? And then if everyone makes their town a good place to be and live, and take out the higher echelons, you know, like the secret societies, the Freemasons and all that run it, and they're in a town or a city across the UK, you know, they ain't run by the fucking Freemasons. Do you know what I mean? And if you know, and then if I could go into the criminality of side of it on my town, I don't know about anyone else. Well, I know, obviously, it's all the same. Criminals are habitual, do you know what I mean? It never changes. And you only got to look at the P2 lodge, you know, in Italy, and all the other lodges that I've marked on my forum and other places, do you know what I mean? So it's not hard to work out. But that's what that is. This is called docs, yeah, and they gang stalk you. So again, I'll go to here, you can read that, yeah. But this is what they do. They mark your property, yeah. Remember, these people are working on an agenda. They rule everything. Their families, yeah, are okay in the future, over and over and over again. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to show you in a minute how generational it is, okay? So there's that. You can read that, yeah, and I'll leave a link. Whether that'll work, the link or not, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? But they, you know, obviously I can't get through, you know. Now, so be careful within your house. You don't get Masonically marked like this, and what I show you on the other post, okay? And then I'm going to just take you through a piece of this. These are some of the things that have come up on my, you know, on my thingy. These are Eastern Stars, learning how to blow in the lodge. You know what I mean? But that's another story. But again, look, you see, look, children were for sale back in them days in 1948. Do you see what I mean? So you imagine the amount of children that were bought by Freemasons back in that day and went disappeared or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Because all they had to do was buy the 4 children, the mum meet an accident, yeah, then who's to say they're displaced, didn't they? Do you see what I mean? Or they say to the mum, oh, they got shipped to somewhere else, wherever, and she's that poor, can't get anywhere. Do you know what I mean? And she sold them anyway, and she'll swallow any story on that. Do you see what I mean? So this is what they do. Again, this come across my thing. This is interesting. See, again, if you research my Indians, yeah, that were Freemasons, yeah, you'll see he's wearing a Masonic apron. And can you see the square and compass in plain right, look, on the centre of that? You know what I mean? There it is, look. See, because Indians were Freemasons, do you know what I mean, back in the day. Obviously, he's got the square and compass, look, configuration on both legs as well. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. It's habitual Freemasons. Then you got floors like this, look. Can you see it, look? That's 4 square, look. See, if I go like that, can you see the 4 square, look? There's the... Oh, I can't show... How can I do it? Oh, baby. Oh, I can. Yeah, wait a minute. If I go like that, I'll keep forgetting I can actually draw, can't I? So if I go like that and then put it to red, yeah, and I'll show you what 4 square this is. See, this is 4 square. Look, there's your square. Look, you see, there's your square, and then you put your cross through, and there's your 4 square, which we know makes the Swazi and everything else I show you. Obviously, you've got, if I just take that back a minute, then you've got your, with your petals, look, you see, there's 1 square and compass. There's 2 square and compass, and then you've got the square and compass go the other way by the petals. Do you see what I mean? And then you've got your square here, look, your square here, and there's your circle. See, squares and circles. See, so that's what that is, that floor there. So anytime you see that floor, that's just 4 square, and you're actually walking over 666. See, it's mad, isn't it? Oh, baby. But anyway, that's another story. That come across my wall, and I thought that was a bit of an interest for those. That's your point within a circle. So when I talk about a point within a circle, that's what point within a circle is, the compass. The Jack and Boaz on either left and the right. Again, this is a Game of Thrones. This is the Starks, yeah. So we've got the main Stark family, right? This is what goes on in your town and your city. You'll have a main family, right? That are the biggest gang that can bash all the other gangs that and families that support them. And there you are. Look, they have in each. And this is what goes on within your town, within your cities, within the UK. You know, you've got one big family that'll rule the state, you know, if you're in America, or your county, yeah. And then the other families rule the towns or the cities round about. If one falls out, or many of them fall out, that's when you start getting Masonic wars, like the First World War or the Second World War, or the Ukraine and all the rest of it. Do you know what I mean? When they try and vie for power. And all it is, it's all a Game of Thrones. So that's all it is. You've got someone in Norfolk, yeah, that runs it, which is the main family. And then he has families like cousins, nephews, nieces, other families that are allegiance, that swear their banner to that person. Do you see what I mean? Oh, here's a geezer. There you go, mate. You're insane. I'm not kidding, bro. I have truther pages and obsessed by masonry symbolism. But anyway, that's another story. Again, look, this guy's doing karaoke. I normally cut these people out, but can you see it in the background? Look, you see? That's square and calm piss. You see what I mean? You got the four pyramids. Do you know what I mean? It's just 232 again, but that's what that is, and they put it in everything. You know what I mean? The pubs run. Again, look, when I go on about the Second World War and the First World War, see, look, the Scottish Rite in Japan. You see what I mean? Now I'm going to show you when this goes back, yeah? This is in Japan. There it is. Look, the Japanese certificate, yeah? Right? Alfred Kirby, XV000 degree, whatever that is, right? Here it is again. Look. Copyrighted by the Grand Lodge of Japan, yeah? Right? And Tokyo. Look, masonry in Japan, the first 100 years, 1866 to 1966. So you imagine the Freemasons running that there, right? All in Japan, yeah? Doing all amongst their clans and all the rest of it. Do you see what I mean? So when they did Pearl Harbor, the Freemasons were aware of that. Do you know what I mean? How many Freemasons were at Pearl Harbor, I wonder? Do you know what I mean? Not many. They'll all be maybe the Master Masons and all that, but all the other buggers, they would have been gone. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You don't think the brothers, right, because they got their cable toes, didn't warn the other Freemasons when they coming to bomb your Pearl Harbor? Of course they did. It's all done by design. You see what I'm saying? You know, let there be light in Japan. Look, you know what I mean? Founded in 1866. You see what I mean? So when you hear about, Japan starting the war with America and all that's all done by design, because it killed many people, it sacrificed hundreds of thousands of people. Do you see what I mean? It allowed the Freemasons to start afresh, to rebuild. But again, they do this over and over again. You know what I mean? And they blame someone. They blame this person or that person. It don't matter who they blame. Yeah, that country or this country. It's all divide and conquer. But through it on both sides, regardless of what side you're talking about, whether it's American, British, Russian, Japan, all of that malarkey, it's the same thing through and through. It's all got Freemasons running through it. Do you see what I mean? Here we are again. Look, here's the banner. You see, look, the most worshipful Grand Lodge of free and accepted Masons of Japan, and there it is. Look, you see what I mean? And they just call it the banners, and that's what it is. And then we've got the Royal Arch here, look. Yeah, look. These are where they all stand, look. Judah, Naphtali, Asher, Dan, Benjamin, Masada. Is that these will be passwords as well? Do you know what I mean? You've got to remember all these people. Remember they're playing this out all the time. Do you know what I mean? But as you can see, what's happening there? Hey, baby. But again, as you can see, look. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing there, baby. As you can see, look at the tools of the working lodge. Yeah, they show you the way they have to go round the lodge. Look, yeah, right. You got the pedo swirl there. Look, the line. You see. Do you see what I'm saying? This is their symbolism. Nothing to do with me. That's the sacred law. The volume of sacred law. Look, right. Okay, on the altar. But look at the different shapes and, where the compass is upside down. Look, you see the square and calm piss is upside down. See, all of these different things denote something else. Do you know what I mean? 5 platonic bodies. Look, see, you got to know all of these sort of things. You know what I mean, my profane friends? See, look at the square and calm piss in the hexagon or whatever it is. 5 points, all that bollocks. There's the perfect ashlar. Then you got a pyramid and another pyramid. What that means, I do not know. Well, I could upload the book and then maybe someone else could make thingy. The Z elect, look, whatever that means. But this is what I'm saying. This is how they go all the time. But this is what it's all about. Remember that. It's all about circles, squares, and pyramids. And here it is, look. You see? Circles, squares, and pyramids. This is the way they have to walk round as well. You know what I mean? Go round 3 times, look. The square, the triangle, and the circle, look. You see? See, and you terminate it with a clap. You've got to know all of this. If you didn't, and again, FBI, CIA, Department of Defense, DOJ. What's DOJ? I don't know what that is. But either way, they're all Freemasons, all of these, yeah? And this is why when the government investigate themselves, you know, for like pedo rings, and then they suppress them for 100 years and all this crap, the only people doing that and suppressing it and not investigating it are Freemasons, and they'll never ever investigate themselves ever because they run it all anyway. Do you know what I mean? And that's about it. I wanted to get into that. There's no more really. But again, like I said, watch out for Masonic marks. Check them. Check around your house, yeah, especially on the outside, yeah. See if you're a Masonic mark or not, you know, because that does mean a lot to different Freemasons that come round, you know, especially those that lay tarmac and things like that. Do you know what I mean? You know, they know there's maybe a potential victim there. You know, they could do the gutters, you know, and things like this. You know what I mean? But get a good bit of money out of you. You know, but I'll leave a link to this anyway. But that's what I just want to say, you know, like for targeted individuals. And again, I'll go here, look, for instance, right, look at this, look, Lodge Brothers, right? This is how many businesses they have, right? These, bloody hell, what are they called again? Funeral directors. Look at the businesses they own, look, right? This is Lodge Brothers, right? Look, how many funerals? Now, you imagine how many bodies they're putting away here. How many times they're getting £3,000 a time? That's what, you know, I'm just saying 3,000. You know what I mean? It's more like $5,000 a shot, isn't it? So every time they're burying someone, they're getting $5,000, yeah, and that's gone to the lodge because the lodge runs the bloody funeral homes anyway, and it's generational. Watch, I'll show you. Look, so we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. 18, 20, so it's over 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, bloody hell, 32, 34, 36, 38. So it's over 40 funeral homes, yeah, that these people own, all right? Yeah, the Lodge Brothers, and I'm going to show you them, right? Look, the Lodge Brothers, right? And here the Lodge Brothers. Now, you're telling me these ain't Freemasons? Look at the fleet of cars they've got. Look at the property in the background, yeah. Look at the archers, yeah. Look at the. Can you see above the door? Look, yeah, with the big sun, yeah, and the arch. Look, yeah. Can you see the square and compass on the door? Look, on the 2 doors, which is the hieroglyph also of the all-seeing eye. But if you notice, there's a statue on the left and a statue on the right of Jachin and Boaz, and then to the left, look, you've got the square and compass. I can't really see it. I suppose I could look it up, baby. I suppose I could look it up. But this is what I'm saying. These people, yeah, they go back centuries and decades, yeah. Look, how many generations? Look, where is it? Yeah, it tells you here. Wait a minute. It tells you here how long they went back, centuries and decades, right there. Generational. Why aren't I seeing that? What am I missing here? Right there. Look, even the quotations, look. We will price match a comparable service of another local funeral director based on receiving a written quotation. Well, that don't matter what funeral home you go to anyway. That's going to be another Masonic owned. Do you see what I mean? And they're just incompetent. Do you see what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what one you go, all the money goes to the lodge, and they deal with that century after century. You try and set yourself up as a funeral director, anyone, go on, you won't. Do you know what I mean? You can't. because they control it. These people, the family you can turn to day or night, you know what I mean? And the thing is, yeah, I see it, click for the menu, see if we've got an about here. Wait there. Funeral prices. Oh yeah, funeral price. See if they give us a funeral price. No, they don't give any price. They just give you a price match, you know what I mean? But wait there, let me just see if I can find, oh, wrong one. Oh, right there. Online donations, funeral stationery, funeral players. Memorial, legal services, online donations. No, there ain't nothing on here. It normally says it goes back five generations. Look at the private plates on the thinglet lodge. Do you know what I mean? But it says here somewhere how many generations they go back. Do you know what I mean? But it doesn't. I can't find it. Bloody hell. Let me just have a look. Bear with me, my profane friends. Do you know what I mean? That ain't coming up, is it? Little bugger. I was trying to ring him. What's that gone to there for? Get out of it. Ah, wait there. See, our reputation for the highest quality personal services, yeah. But look at Jimmy Savile's bloody, what's it called? Bloody reputation, and everyone else's reputations. Yeah, look. £3,390. Look. You see what I mean? Look. That's the basic funeral, that is. And then you go to the chapel for a rest for another 125 quid. I mean, how many people now with no fucking money, that has no money, right, that are on the rock and roll and all that, can afford these prices to get? No, they're going into paupers. They don't care because they're all profane people. They're all going into paupers' graves anyway. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And this is the thing about it. You know what I mean? They know people. Look, £4,000. Look, see, £4,000. Yeah. Then you get another £2,000 on top of that. Do you know what I mean? By the end of it, it's crazy money, isn't it? An unattended funeral is 2,000. Fees you must pay. Now, who's got £2,000 sitting on tap? Between I ain't even got any £800. You know what I mean? 600 quid. Who's got that on tap? Who's on the rock and roll or universal credit today? You see what I mean? Who? No one. Fucking crazy, innit? Do you know what I mean? Unfucking real, innit? But there you go, the Lodge Brothers. Do you know what I mean? Here it is, look, Lodge Brothers. 7th generational family owned and run funeral directors. See? 7th generation. Can you imagine that? You know what I mean? And you can, look them up yourself. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, these people go back and back. And then you go there, look, you go here. And then the overview, it gives you the active company, and it goes right back, and you can obviously the file and history that all on it, look, you know what I mean? Here we go, look, you see? And it go right back and you go back and back and back, look. I'll go to number 8, look, see? Keep going, look. See, 1988, look. See? 1982, 1965, look. See? But this is what I'm saying. They go back and back and back. And then you're supposed to put your faith and your trust in these people. Do you know what I mean? But they want all your freaking money. Do you know what I mean? And people can't afford to be buried at them sort of prices anyway. I mean, what are they doing? Digging a hole and putting them in the coffin? Freaking hell. What the hell? Do you see what I mean? It's cheaper to bury them in your own backyard if you ever owned your own house and get a chance to, like they do, But anyway, that's another story, my profane friends. Like I said, these people, you ain't getting nothing off these people. Do you know what I mean? I'll put a link in. I don't think I'll get it. Like I said, if you put in, again, look, if you put in here, and then put Stinger, Stinger, and go to posts, like that. The drug dealers. Look, this is all the drugs.
Hello, my profane friends. How are you?
Kids, do you know what I mean? Look, these got parents are dead in the same.
Hey, are you?
On the path.
Hello, my
yeah. That's freak, mate.
parking permit and you'll get towed.
Profane.
Well, I can't find it.
Minimalism. Vladimir Putin.
Right.
You know why you can't.
Yeah, Masonic Bummer Fetler. That's what they do in the lodge. Hazen ritual. But I ain't got it here. Oh, I know what it is. Sorry, don't put stinger. Just put in war. Okay, WAR. And then you'll see all their war tools. Yeah, look.
Watch, you ready? Get ready. You see it there, look? That's the only reason he's.
Stinger missiles. You know what I mean? Everything to do with Freakmasonry. Look, even in Germany, look. There's your German, look. And what do we see on there, look? See? Germany, you know? German Eagle, Freemason German Eagle. So, you know, the Freakmasons were well in with everyone within Japan. It's only Masonic wars.
Established company.
You know what I mean? It's just Masonic wars over and over again. And this get you fighting each other. Do you see what I mean? But put in Masonic wars. Look, on the churches, look, you see? They put everything, you know what I mean? It's all to do with Freemasons. Look what they got you to do during the Masonic wars, look. Put all square and compass, all of your windows, look. You see? What a Masonic ritual, eh? Look at that one, look. You see what I mean? They got you, you know, just put in Masonic war. You know what I mean? Crazy, look. That's Harrods, that is, I believe. Don't quote me on that, though. But that's Harrods, look. See what I mean? Germans never bombed that because it's Masonically owned. But they got you in it. Look, that's how they got you to do, you know, got you involved, you know, to do that in your own
Sonic.
Do you see what I mean? But just put in War Machine.
You saw my part one of my whinge about the long road to the war. Look,
See?
Sonic
All me. That's all to do with Freemasons. They were on all sides.
Here we go, my profane friends. It's a wonderful day. And finally, by morning,
war, you know, it's all about the war, you know, and it's fucking over and over and again, you know.
This
War Machine. Actually, I think some of my posts are disappearing slowly. Do you know what I mean? They're just eradicating them. Do you know what I mean? From the look of it.
But look at
some of them are disappearing. You know what
Hitler's Circle of Evil.
Hitler's Circle of Evil, look, part 1. Do you know what I mean? And then you got all my other, you know, on the Masonic Army. Look, I do so many posts on them. Do you know
Hello, my profane friends. I'm just
they tell you themselves. Do you know what I mean? You know, Army Lodges, look. You see what I mean? The Masonic Army Lodges, look. You see? Look, you see? Army Lodge. See? All to do with the army, nothing else. It's all look, you see? Professional army, look. But he was a Freemason. You see what I mean? All to do with Freemasonry. All wars are Masonic wars. And once you wake up to it, you know
evil. And if you just think Freemasonry is... Now, my profane friends, this is Masonic 5K. Hello, my profane...
Warmongers, look. See? War Machine. Here it is, the War Machine, look. Oh no, that's the War Machine, the wrong one. Masonic War books, I think. Let me see. I've done
profane people.
There's so many of these war ones I did, but I was looking for the Churchill one. You know what I mean?
Bow. Once again, my profane friends.
That's part 2. This part 1. This is the one, I think. Let's have a look.
As you watch this, do you know what I mean? It's going to wait.
No, it ain't that one. Oh, there's so many. There's so look, Masonic drill regulations, yeah, where they're marching. Look, you see, the grand encampment of Knights Templars. Do you see what I mean? The drill regulations. They're all playing war games with you, profane people. Do you know what I mean?
Remember,
we'll have to.
I'm going to. He's a free.
We'll have to get.
This is
down.
Casually mention to you something that's very scary and.
If I just put Churchill, maybe that might come up. You know me, I like the rabbit a lot. Churchill. I think I'll spell that right. If not, we're in trouble, baby.
Cross. cross, yeah? Which obviously is Knights Templar crosses, okay? But look at this. Right, look at this cross, yeah? Which
I'm going to show you, but again, look, Aleister Crowley, yeah, he gave Hitler the V sign, yeah, right, and he gave the Germans the swastika, which is 232. You know what I mean? If you know it, and it's the 9 steps in Masonry. Do you see what I mean? And that's what that is. See, he gave Aleister Crowley, he gave Hitler the victory V sign. And then you give that. See the 232. Look, it's the 9 steps. Look, see. Yeah, let me go. I'll show you what I mean. Right. Yeah. Again, look, I'll show you. Oh, how do I do this? Oh, I've got to download it. Wait there. Save the phone. Right. Go like that. Bang, bang. Go like that. Did I screenshot that? No, I saved it, didn't I? Where did that go then? Bloody hell, baby. I'll go here. When it Facebook. There we go, look. And now I'll show you what I mean, look, right? Watch this, right? One more time for you, my profane friends, just to show you. Right, I've got the red. Right, here it is, look. 2, 3, 2, yeah? 2, 3, 2. And then one above, one below. That's your 9 steps in Freemasonry. I won't go into the feathers and all of that bollocks, yeah, but there it is. Look, your 9 steps in Freemasonry, right? Okay, come back. See, 2, 3, 2. See, that's what that is. 1, 2, 3, and then 2 above. So it's 3 steps in Masonry, 5 steps in Masonry, subtotal 7, puts the G in there, and then you got the 9 steps in Masonry, right? And watch here, look, you ready? There's your 2, 3, 2, yeah, and then one above, one below. There's your 9 steps in Freemasonry. See, it's all on the points. Do you know what I mean? And then if I go like this, look, there's your square, and then you go like this, boom, boom. There's your 4 square. Do you see what I mean? But also, don't forget, this is also in a circle, a square, a circle. And there's your square, you see? Square and circle. It's all Masonic, you see? Oh, wrong button. Get out of it. How do I do that? Draw, that's it. I'll do that again for you, right? Oh, get out of it. So, again, oh, get out of it. So, again, I'll show you. 2, 3, 2, look. 2, 3, 2, yeah? So, it's 3 steps in Masonry. Which is that's the 3 steps in Masonry. The 5 steps in Masonry are here, yeah, 5 steps, yeah, that's your 5 steps. And then the subtotal of all 7 puts the G in the middle, yeah, okay. Oh, put that back. And then you've got the 9 steps, one above, one below, you see what I mean? And it's in a circle, look, see, and that's all it is. And there's your square, look, squared off, and then you go like that. That gives you your 4 square. Could be a bit better, which is your 4 square, and that's what that is. Do you know what I mean? Everything in any war is Masonic. Do you know what I mean? I might make this that was supposed to be to do with gang stalking. Now it's gone to something discard. So that's where there it is. You see what I mean? That the Masonic symbolism is there in plain right for anyone to see, but you've got to understand it. Do you know what I mean? And if you don't understand it, then you're never ever gonna, you're never gonna see it. Do you know what I mean? These are people who have been playing, Game of Thrones with all of us for centuries and decades. Do you know what I mean? And that's what that is. Again, if I go like this, how about this way then? Look, do it like this. Oh, wrong way. That was a bit too much. That was, I think. Again, it's just that is this. That's all that is. Do you know what I mean? That's all that is. Do you know what I mean? The square and the calm piss. Do you know what I mean? Remember, I'm not a very good drawer. Yeah, and then go from this one to that one, and then that one to that one. And that's all that is, you see what I mean? And it's the square and the calm piss. And all you had was different Masonic lodges fighting for power, global power, because Hitler went for it, do you know what I mean? And that he didn't persecute. Again, you'll have to go see my forget-me-not post, but he didn't persecute Freemasons. He just knew the Freemasons controlled every town and city, and to get your control back off your town or off your city, you had to take the Freemasons out, because they were the dominant force within that town, controlling the town halls and every other aspect of people's lives. The doctors, the nurses, the people in the priests and all the rest of it. Do you know what I mean? He didn't victimize anyone. They were his enemy. Do you know what I mean? His Masonic enemy that he stood against. Like I said, when you got a bunch of Indians, the Sioux or the Comanche or the Apache, do you know what I mean? They're all Indians. Do you know what I mean? But they're all from different lodges, weren't they? You know what I mean? Different Indian lodges, but they always fighted and killed each other. And that's the same with Freemasons. They're all from different lodges, different families and different types. And when they fall out, they go to war. And that's all it is. And they rope in as many profane people as they can to help their families and their people to keep and dominate the power within their system. Do you see what I mean? So when there's a call to arms by your councillors, the people who are actually calling you to go and help them are the elites, the lords, the dukes and the earls, and they want you to go help protect their family and keep their wealth, so they can keep their wealth and their dominance over you. So all you're doing basically is fighting them for them to keep their power over you. Crazy, isn't it? You know what I mean? And but they rally you around and go, oh, fight for your country, fight for your this, fight for that. Do you know what I mean? Crazy. But anyway, my profane friends, I hope you get the idea. Look, this is what they do. This was another good picture I picked up today. But all the way through Parliament, again, is all to do with Freemasonry. Do you know what I mean? They're not the red side and the blue side. It's the red lodge and the blue lodge. Do you see what I mean? And once you figure that out, Parliament is just one big Freemason, one big Masonic lodge that controls and commands the rest of the lodges around Britain. Do you know what I mean? Which is called the town halls. The main families, are in Parliament. Do you know what I mean? And Westminster and all that. The main, like say the lions and the dragons and the phoenixes are all controlling there. And then you've got the lions, the tigers and the monkeys and all the rest of it in the other towns, the other families. Do you see what I mean? Controlling that system for them, whether they're cousins, nephews, uncles or whatever. But they're all clowns, you know what I mean? They just fucking keep messing around with our lives, and that's what they do all the time. Anyway, just keep an eye out for Masonic symbolism. Like I said, they'll mark and target you over and over again if you don't watch it. Do you know what I mean? And they don't give two monkeys about any of you lot, trust me. You know what I mean? Not a sight. Just go here, you know what I mean? Go to Masonic UK, look. Yeah, Masonic within the UK. Go there and just follow the numbers. It tells you who runs your UK. You know what I mean? The Masonic councillors and everything. You just read it, go by the numbers. It ain't hard. With Freemasonry Worldwide, again, same thing. They show you Freemasons run it all. And when they target you, which is the gang stalking side of things, again, you can see all the stories there. Obviously, they're calling it docs. It's not docs. It's just the Freemasons are putting a target on your house with a Masonic symbol. And they know who you are and they'll suppress you. Do you know what I mean? And people that come after you, your family, they'll even get you murdered by a rumour, killed by a rumour, So have a good look at that as well. This is what they do. You know what I mean? They'll try and get you slaughtered and killed by other profane people and do the job for them while they sit back in the lodge, drinking wine, laughing. You know what I mean? All you profane people that are fucking hammering and tonguing at each other, go down to your Masonic lodges, where they drink their wine at the hotels and that and all the rest of it. You won't see no indigenous species that down there where they're associating. Do you know what I mean? You won't see any, bad people like, wherever. They're living the best life for their time in their life. Do you know what I mean? Go look at the cars parked up. Do you know what I mean? And then see what you're riding about in, push bikes and all the rest of it. Like I said, I've got push bikes turning up at the lodge grabbing the drugs and then, going off to sell the drugs while they're sitting there with their big fucking jeeps and all the rest of it. You know what I mean? Private number plates. Do you know what I mean? Because all the profane people are working for them and don't even realise that they're actually working against themselves within their own communities. You know what I mean? And they're sitting there laughing their fucking heads off. But anyway, that's another story. Anyway, my profane friends, that'll do me. Right, how do I get out of this? Right, where's my bloody glasses? I bet I ain't even been... Oh, have I actually recorded any of this? Oh, yeah, I have. Oh, baby. I thought I was talking for an hour for nothing. Right, have a great day, and remember I love you all, babies.